You think I'll let you zone?
Here's the final episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog for this holiday season, and that is the Magical Tree of Nowhere. We start the episode with House and Farm making a delivery, with Muriel ordering new kitchen curtains as she shows Eustace he doesn't care because he's eating cereal, but she also got some seeds as a promo item. Eustace says nothing has grown on this farm in 50 years, or more likely, nothing he's tried has gotten to grow. As Courage makes a sand castle, Eustace throws them out of the window and Courage decides to use them. He buries the seeds and it suddenly rains with a giant tree that sprouts out from the ground. Muriel's happy Courage grew a tree, but Eustace gets mad that he hasn't grown anything on this farm and this stupid dog has. Later, Muriel is upset because the oven burnt her pie. She keeps telling Eustace that she needs to get a new one, and one falls out of the tree after she wishes for it. Muriel asks Eustace to bring the new oven in. She thanks Courage yet again for the new oven and the lovely tree. Later we see Courage playing with a bulldozer until it breaks, and then he wishes he had an actual one and the tree provides it to him. Courage and Muriel begin playing with it, while Eustace ruins their fun by saying he's trying to take a nap, so stop playing. And Courage tries to turn off the machine, but instead Eustace gets a mountain of dirt dropped on top of him. Later that night, Eustace is going to the theater to see a movie because he's not wanted around the farm apparently. Muriel wishes they could see a movie, and the tree provides it yet again as the movie being shown on the house wall. Muriel loves the tree, but Eustace gets more jealous at Courage's tree that he decides to run it over. Muriel gets in the way saying to not harm it and it's providing for them, but Eustace doesn't care because he's supposed to do that. Eustace goes to the tree at night saying he doesn't know what Muriel sees in that stupid tree, but makes a wish about her getting a bigger head so that she could see that. Then in the morning, Muriel has a disease that increases her noggin tenfold, but Eustace is an asshole and all he's worried about is if Muriel can't move, then he can't get food, so he calls a doctor and gets himself something to eat. The doctor does everything he can think of, but nothing will help. Eustace, being the asshole that he is, blames Courage and the tree for everything, kicking the dog outside. Courage asks the tree for help, and the tree tells the dog it will make the cure it seeks, but it will take 3 days, and within those 3 days someone will try and cut it down. Courage freaks out, but the tree tells him that anything worth its value is something that's worth fighting for. After seeing what Eustace is planning to do, Courage builds a fort around the tree to protect it. He even has a moat filled with man-eating eels. Eustace decides to storm the base as Courage starts throwing marbles to try and trip him up into the moat. Then Eustace tries to throw a rock at the base, with Courage getting up to bat until he sees that Eustace hits the wall and falls back into the moat. Eustace then launches himself with a catapult into the base, and he falls into a cauldron, then back into the moat once again. Courage is tired at this point, but gets a call from the doctor that he figured out a cure as he rushes to the hospital. He makes it there with the doctor saying that the tonic he made will help with the broken leg, but back at the tree, Eustace is about to chop it down, with the tree asking what is it to him. Does cutting it down will make Eustace feel more important than he actually is? Eustace doesn't care, and Courage makes it back just in time to see the tree is cut. Courage starts to cry, but the tree tells the dog to gather up all the flowers it has and mix it with pure hornet's honey as it dies. After gathering the flowers, Courage climbs into a hornet's nest and gets stung all over. Back at the farm, Courage feeds Muriel the mush and she is cured as she asks if the dog wants some tea. The episode ends with Muriel and Courage seeing that a flower has grown in the trunk of the tree, with Eustace having a big ass head asking if the tree has grown back. The fear here is rooted in jealousy from Eustace that he's been an awful farmer for about 50 years as he couldn't get anything to grow, and this purple scaredy cat beagle could grow a tree that does it all. It shows how useless Eustace actually is. After the horrible, toxic upbringing, he never tried to better himself, only what benefited him from others, and once it's found out that Muriel only needs a tree and a dog, it drove him mad. Don't ever associate with people like Eustace, as they only want you to be as miserable as them in the long run. That should do it for this year's Halloween talk and some of my favorite cartoon series like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, if you have a favorite Halloween show, leave it in the comments below. But that being said, stay gold guys, and I'll see you in the next video.